I don't want to see blue, this bare looking stuff. I want you to see at least glaze in dark.
Okay.
Okay, here's what I mixed. I mixed green and purple and blue, ultramarine blue.
Okay.
Okay, you'll do it.
Right, okay.
Okay. I'll work on mine. Oh, and erase some of that mess I made. Let me have that back. Okay, I'm gonna dip in the oil again, so I hope it won't be quite so sharp. This edge.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a little smaller than that. I might have to push it back some, Jim. See, it's gotta go back. See there?
Right, okay.
I got this interesting notion today about, 2,000 years ago, when the Christian church first got started, they lived communally. They lived like socialism. They pooled all their money and they took care of each other. And there's a friend of mine that works at Pine Tree Lodge over here on Pine Street, which is a real nice facility. And the people that live there are there. I go over there once a month and get together with a group of them. And it's, the more I got to thinking about it, I thought, the church really doesn't, we've lost, our culture here has lost its community flavor. We don't get together, we don't visit. We don't, stuff like this, like art class or stuff like whatever, there's still things going on where you get together, but as a whole, and there might be some that do it better than others. I don't know. I need to do some research and find out who's doing what. But I'm wondering if it wouldn't be, then the more I thought about doing something like Pine Tree Lodge, I thought, well, that's Jim Jones again, or something like that. So you gotta be kind of careful what you do, because you'll be a cult or a. And then when I was talking to her about whether they let people be entrepreneurs there or work for the facility, she said, no, they won't let them do that. The state regulates that because they'll abuse them. They'll take advantage of them.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, well, but if you could almost get back to a small town type concept, if you had a facility like that where it was almost self-sufficient, where you had gardens and you had little farmers market, you had, stuff like that. But then again, you've got your differences of everybody'd have to have the same. Then I thought about the Amish, and I don't know who else. I guess the Mormons at one time might have been kind of isolated.
The Mormons
There's a
are the
Mennonite
closest.
people in Louisiana. Did you know that, Ricky?
No.
Rheda, Louisiana has them. They wear these little white things and over their heads and their dresses.
Do they live in a commune? Do they live?
No, they're more like Amish.
What does that mean? The Amish won't drive gasoline cars, will they?
No, they do that. That's the main difference, is that they don't believe in sticking with old.
Yeah.
They don't. I really don't know.
But anyway, the bottom line is, after I thought about it for a while, I just took a nap. I just thought, you know what? This is all bigger than me. I think I'm just going to take a nap.
Poor baby.
Yeah. Now I do have Roz, I love this one. I got to tell you this one, Roz. been waiting for you to get here. Oh Lord Jesus, forgive me.
You better shut up already.
Yeah, I've already gotten in trouble because Roz, I really don't mean it like this at all, but I thought it was funny anyway. This lady, this friend of mine that's a real redneck, she posted something on Facebook, and this, whether it was real or not, I don't know, but this CEO said that he's accepted the fact that, you know, that our government is what it is, and that taxes are going to be raised, and that they're going to have to raise their prices in order to, you know, pay the taxes. But the economy's so bad they can't raise their prices, so they're going to have to lay 60 people off. So while he was contemplating what to do, he walked around the parking lot and he saw these people with Obama stickers on their bumpers, so he laid them off.
That's cute. I
Y'all
got to
just
tell
keep
my
going.
husband. I'll tell him.
After a while, Ross is gonna just turn around and tell y'all off.
She's going to turn British on us, huh? Okay. No, I thought that was pretty funny though. No, I don't think I think it was, I think he was handed a stacked deck. I don't think he had any choice on what happened. I think we can blame it all on Bush and Dick Cheney and,
Well, a lot of it is Bush and Dick Cheney's fault. It's true.
So who's really at fault?
So,
LBJ.
yeah, it goes back a ways.
It goes away.
It was what, Roz?
I was reading when, the article was whose fault is it? Is it the economy? Anyway, basically what they said was, nobody wants to, for the government to take anything away from Medicare or Social Security, but nobody wants to pay any more taxes to help it from going under.
If they hadn't spent it on something else,
Well,
it would be all right.
there might be some truth in that. There may not be some truth in that. I don't know, because to be quite honest with you, I don't know what the truth is anymore. I'm not sure anybody else does either. I think that the media is an indoctrination,
Put
is a
little
propaganda
more
machine.
stain in here.
Oh, okay.
So something's going on, because they're building freeways everywhere, they're building buildings everywhere, they're building refineries everywhere, they're building chemical plants everywhere. You know,
I think I'm getting you.
everything is, that's fine, right? You're good. Everything is, I'll put this way, and that way, just in case you ever get nervous, you can
Well,
look at
shoot,
it.
you gotta put that in there.
So I don't know why they're building all this stuff, you know, if we're so devastated. I mean, we couldn't even hardly get around San Antonio because they're building freeways everywhere, and they're building hotels everywhere.
Yeah, there's, every corner there's a hotel. Is there enough people to fill
It's
them
like,
up?
hello, well, look at Deer Park, that's ridiculous. I mean, they built one motel and all of a sudden you have to have 10? Deer Park isn't close to anything worth anything.
How many more, what other motels they building?
Well, that's what I said when they gave them permission to build the first one, it was just like after that, it was like wham, 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 and it's like, okay, how many do we need? I mean.
How many do they have?
Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on Center Street. Two on East Street. And let me see, I was
Did
trying
you pay any
to think,
attention?
4, 6. Yeah, 6 or 7, that's what they got.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are they good hotels?
Well, there's Holiday Inn, Comfort Suite. Oh, no, wait a minute, there is 7, yeah, that's right. Hampton Suites, Comfort Suites, Best Western, Holiday Inn, Super 8. That's on Center Street. Yeah, and then 2 on East, two right together.
What do you think about that? Look at that ceiling. Tell me what you think.
Whoops.
Well, go ahead and hold it back up. It'll turn sideways.
You have to
Oh,
tell it.
I can see where the water's come in. Which motel was that?
What kind would you think that is?
Well, that's probably one of the better ones.
Hang on, let me show you something else.
Oh, you should see some of the stuff that I stayed in. My husband believes in
Well,
the
that's
cheapest
a
of
closer
the cheap.
that's a closer shot right there of that damage. But you can just take your finger and stroke it across the screen. It'll move to the next one. Stroke it to the right, yeah,
Oh, all right.
or go that other way. And somewhere in there is a shower head that's.
Oh, pretty nice looking beds.
Shoot, they were double beds.
No,
And
they
the one
argued
we
with me.
paid-
They told me flat out that they were queen size.
They weren't
They're
either.
double size, yeah, I
No.
know.
Now, I've slept on plenty of queen size beds, they weren't.
You see the shower head yet?
I see the ceiling. Oh,
Yeah.
that looks as good as mine.
Oh, that thing didn't work.
Well, they repaired that, looks like.
See how it's broken loose from the wall?
Yeah.
That was a La Quinta.
Yeah.
So I called them and complained, and they're like, "Well, we're so sorry. We're going to repair that. It's on. In fact, we're going to start doing that in 2 weeks." I'm like, "Oh, that's great. I should have waited." I mean, what's that supposed to mean?
Like, give me this room or give me a discount.
Yeah. I said, they have like 100 La Quintas in San Antonio or something. I forget how many they got.
Oh, they got,
Oh.
that's where they started. That's where
You
they're
know,
at.
I looked up, we passed one, and I looked up again, and we hadn't gone 2 blocks and across the highway, there was another one.
And they're 4 stories tall, and you can hear the people next door. You can hear the people above you.
Upstairs.
You can hear the people walking down
Oh,
the hall.
yeah. There's no quietness in the rooms anymore.
They don't have any substance to the structure that absorbs sound. Some of the bigger buildings downtown are so solid, you don't hear nothing.
Mm-mm.
These things, man, you hear people breathing. Every time somebody flushed the toilet, every time somebody got up to go to the toilet in the middle
Well,
of
I
the night.
didn't
Now,
hear
what
all
you
that,
should have
but-
done was gone back down to the thing and said, I refuse to stay in that room.
Well, they were
I would say it's a health hazard.
It was packed. They had a powwow in town, and the place was packed with American Indians and their families and their kids, and it was just packed. And I think that American Indians use bear grease for hair oil. I'm not sure, but they looked like they were using some kind of grease for hair oil.
Well, they try to dress like they used to dress. So when they have the powwows, they try to.
They were all had feathers and whatever, just little ornaments.
You saw them?
Yeah, I was up I got up at 3 in the morning. I was out in the lobby at 4:30. Finally, when they finally started serving breakfast at 7, I started eating at 6:30.
Well, I paid $114 to just about stay awake all night.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a little bit.
It was disappointing.
I paid extra for that.
I called the general manager. I called the customer service group. And then I put together a PDF flyer on.
See, that room should actually have been out of service
Yeah.
until it was repaired and fixed.
I put together a PDF flyer that had the La Quinta ad, and then it had pictures of the room below it. And I said, it just didn't really seem like it matched up. It seemed like a misrepresentation to me. And I said, when you see the La Quinta, you're kind of thinking, wow, okay, we're nothing to worry about. Let's just sign up and go. But apparently that's not true, So I don't know what to do now except post on Facebook and Twitter and.
Don't stay at this one.
I won't tell them which one. I'll just tell them La Quinta. But everybody else, that's like.
That's management.
Yeah, they're owned. See, they're privately owned. It's a franchise kind of a thing. They're corporate managed, but the independent managers and also the owners, I think, have some ability to to have their own. I don't know. I couldn't really tell for sure. It's just things I was picking up when I was talking to them. But yeah, it's management.
Just
No, I'm the
before you
world's
book, you
best writer of letters now, write for everything.
I booked a
We
ho-
have a bad time with the cruise, I write them a letter every time
I booked a hotel in California that I went and stayed at this retreat, and then on the way home I had to get to that hotel, and I got there late, and it was a crack hotel. The first room I went in actually had where they hadn't even finished cleaning. I don't even think they tried to clean it, where somebody just puked all over the floor. And I called down and said, look, I can't stay in this room, so they gave me another room. Some hooker knocks on the door. I'm like,
Hello, I didn't order you.
she goes, oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was somebody else's room. Some hooker downstairs, her and her friend was trying to invite me to a party, and I started witnessing to them, and she broke down and started crying. And I thought, wow, man. And without even realizing what I'd done, I told her what room I was in, and I thought, oh my God, what are they doing? So when I advised her that I didn't want her to be messing with me, that I didn't want her to play, I said, don't be playing with me. She just let it go. She didn't, she backed off and just left me alone. But I think I could have won her to the Lord right then. And it broke my heart that I got so stupid. But man, I was so stinking mad. I was afraid to go to sleep. Just about.
Who's gonna come in here and call and grab with me?
Oh, I was mad. But I will say that I only paid like $45 or $55 for the room, so what do you expect?
get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Well, I think you get Motel 8s and stuff for that.
Well, you can, but they're all turning into. But the part of the problem, well, California is a little bit more expensive than most places anyway, so that rate in California is kind of low. But the bottom line is, I booked it on one of these Travelocities or something like that on the internet,
Right.
And so you would think they would.
Well, you need to call them back and say, do not
Oh, I
do
did.
that.
I
Say,
did.
This is
I
not.
told them this was a crack hotel, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I'm talking about a crack hotel. What do you think I'm talking about?"
Not cracked hotel, but they sell and use crack here.
Yeah. This place is full of hookers and drug addicts. The door, you can see where the door had been kicked open a couple of times, and they kind of just screwed the trim work back on. And
Still using like glaze, Miss Rheda, is that?
What?
We still using like glaze, like doing glaze
Yeah,
on it?
for her.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
well, Roz, you just move right along, don't you?
Gotta pay drive. I just don't take them off. Still working in the bathroom.
You got through?
No, yeah,
Not yet.
almost there.
Well, you gotta take a picture and show us.
Yeah, I took a before picture.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea.
So you can see ugly bathroom and pretty bathroom. I sponge painted the walls.
Ricky, the only people I could tell about Opal dying died before her.
Really?
Frankie and Sam were the only ones that would remember her. Because you came here, Ross, here when I was already here, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say, Mom. I mean, what?
That was the lady where she fixed me a room in her home. And we taught there, I taught there for a while.
The part about the story that's good, that's different, is that Mom's oldest grandson works for, what does he work for? Some car dealership. over here on the
Yeah,
Gulf.
Nissan.
And Opal's grandson started working there as well. And that's how, in fact, Jeffrey's the one that told Mom that,
Well, he is, but Karen came by and told me her daughter, Opal's daughter, is Karen's chiropractor.
Oh,
So after Jeffrey had told me,
okay, so I guess I couldn't, okay, so Jeffrey's part fell in after or before or what?
well, he told us, he's the first one that told me.
So you're trying to take that away from me or what? I mean,
I probably would have found out about it anyway, I guess.
oh, okay. Well, then never mind, my part didn't have any value.
shall I reach over there and give him a smack up the side of the head, Miss Rheda?
I wish you'd do something.
Okay, I will.
No, I don't know, I can't have that forwarded backwards, so.
Canada is fixing to have a middle class and elderly population problem. Their young people are a minority,
Because they,
and so now their middle age and their elderly are the majority.
oh, Miss Rheda.
So they're fixing to have a collapse in their
Well, they're gonna get rid of some of ours, and they'll get rid of them too, because,
the immigrations. They're looking for immigrants in Canada now. So that means they're going to open the border up from between Texas and Mexico and between Canada and the United States. And I guess between Canada and Russia and anywhere else, huh? Canada and China, you name
I went to see Dr. No, I went to see the PA today about the way my vision the way it feels like I'm just gonna black out.
Mhm.
And, so she said that, I'm going to see, Ricky, what do you have to go see? What specialist?
it. A neurologist?
A neurologist. And they didn't have an opening for me till March.
Oh, that's about right. Now, let me tell you why. I'll tell you why already. I went to see my neurologist on Monday. Number one, the new Medicare thing wants to cut their Medicare payments down 7%. And already to get a neurologist referral, let's see now. Okay, used to if you go into the ER, this is coming from her, okay? Used to when they come into the ER, somebody with a stroke or somebody with a neurological problem, they could immediately call the neurologist to come in. Now they have to go through a family practice doctor before they do it. Well, the only trouble is with strokes and certain conditions, they need to be seen within a certain period of time, and certain medications started immediately.
They're gonna get rid of the aged this way.
Whenever I went to the hospital
But
a couple
she's
of
real
weeks
upset.
ago,
Her practice has actually decreased 50%. And she says a lot of the neurologists are not taking Medicare at all anymore because it's not worth it.
when I went to the hospital a couple of weeks ago to the emergency room, somebody x-rayed my brain. Was that an ER physician or was that a neurologist?
It's probably the ER physician.
Well,
Probably
they were
ordered it.
going to do a CT. Christina wanted to do a CT scan, but, Dr. Walton told her, no, she needed to send me to the neurologist. And I imagine he needs to recommend that if it gets done.
Yep.
I felt like that was why.
But now that she's really, she's almost bankrupt. Because she's got 2 kids in college and she's a single mother. Her husband
Well, I'm
died
going to
when
see,
she was 52 years old, so she's been a single mother for quite a while. So doctors aren't making, don't think doctors are making a mint, they're not making a mint anymore.
No, if you wanna
Because
make a
of
mint now, you
few
need to
bad
be a
doctors, the good
petroleum
doctors are
engineer
not
or
making
something.
good money anymore.
Yeah.
Or you
Well,
have
I
to
think
corrupt
that a
it.
lot of that was abused
That's what I'm saying.
in the first place, I really do.
Yes,
I think that that's the reason.
now they're trying to get rid of it.
But the thing is that, you know, it's like, okay, they can't keep not paying them if they're gonna say that they're gonna, you know. That's why a lot of doctors are not taking Medicare patients. It's hard to find a doctor that will take Medicare patients. My gosh, I never get phone calls. Oh, this is Miss Verna. Hello? Painting up a storm. Yeah, yes, we are. Miss Rita's on my black bird as we speak. She's trying to figure out how to make
Well,
a
I'm in the
shadow.
water.
Reflection. This is a reflection. This is a reflection.
That's
She's
right, eh?
trying to show me how to make a reflection.
Mhm.
So, well, I think maybe I've been watching. She said I should keep your eye on you. You're sneaky. You throw stuff in there we don't know.
See what?
She said, keep my eye on you. You're sneaky.
Oh.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Yes. No, actually, no, she's not. Where's Karen tonight?
Karen took out the kids.
She's got children, you know, grandbabies. Okay. Okie dokie. Right.
I can't imagine why anybody would wanna live in Canada
Oh, the
anyway, though.
original thing that they made before they
Nobody
built
would
the
want
big
to live
one?
in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Well, they didn't, the doctors, because it's social
Oh, okay.
medicine up there. That's why we've got so many Canadian doctors down here.
So,
Well, I'm not talking about the doctors.
Oh.
say okie dokie.
I don't even wanna live in Minnesota or, it gets so stinking cold in Carlsbad.
Alrighty. Now, this isn't y'all doing it, this is
Good
your
thing.
other person doing it,
It gets
right?
so cold in Carlsbad. It's unreal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody could still in
Say okie dokie.
I think I'm gonna move to the Dominican Republic or something.
Alrighty.
Well, I'm not so sure that you'd better yourself, but you could. You would
Well,
decide to, I
I
guess.
would think so. Because I thought you were hiring this done and you wasn't gonna do it. Uh-huh. Getting in their way, huh? Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness. Yes.
Good game.
No, I'm trying to find my bird, so, because I see that you're
Oh,
doing it,
okay.
I wanna see if my bird has that. Otherwise, I'm not doing a good job.
Okay.
It's just like,
Whether you're like, no matter what color it is.
no, I got him almost through, except
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't do a reflection, that's what I'm trying to see if I have a picture of the
Oh, okay.
original for,
Say yes.
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 But when I transfer somebody's photo, they get lost.
Say icky dick. Yes. And then it'll just pile up again. There's a way of that happening.
You don't need to go to the restroom or anything.
Not for about 5 minutes. As soon as you put that up and get everything blocked.
I figured that, but I thought I'd let you go ahead. It's gonna be about 10 minutes before I start on it.
Is it?
It's all
Okay.
right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It works back in the back now. He was wanting up anybody needs to go to the restroom because he's fixing to go and do the, close it off. Oh, goodness.
You know why he's asking? He
Yeah,
had
from
bladder
last week.
cancer, yeah. I didn't know if you were here.
Yeah. So.
It
All
was
right,
on
ready?
Thursday night, I guess.
There you go. Okie dokie. All righty. Bye-bye.
Well, I got the word bird coming out, but not the bird. It's empty. Where's my bird?
The word, but not the picture.
Not the picture.
The reason Rick was doing that, Ricky's gone too.
Yeah, he went to the restroom thing.
Oh, my little dog finally learned how to come down the stairs with a lot of coaching. Oh, Lord. Because he started barking his head off.
I saw this cute little video online. It was, the difference between dogs and cats. And it was this little puppy trying to come down the stairs, you know, and the lady kept saying, go help him, to the mother, right? So
Oh.
another dog comes up, you know, tries to show the little puppy how to come down the stairs. And so finally it got all the way down, and then it showed the cat, right? I guess that was like up in the attic.
Mhm.
Kidding. Well, it didn't, I don't think it was really pretty big to be, you know, a kitten.
Uh-huh.
But the other cat pushes the darn thing down,
Bush is not showing some pictures of it.
knocks him off the attic steps.
No, this one I have to tell him to the left, and when he gets on the left side, I have to say down, and then go to the right because my stairs are so narrow, and he's a little chunky monkey, so he needs the space to get down, so he's got to go to the right. Well, usually I'm standing behind him, but I got a chance to record the other day, and I'm standing in front of him, and he tells him that's not his right, and then he doesn't know. He just understands the sound of right and the sound of left.
What do you think? You like
He
the
doesn't
water
know.
up there?
Yes, he doesn't know whether it's like a right or a
Gee.
left.
Pardon?
Do you like the water up there?
Yeah. Swishing through the water. Swishing through.
No, I'm giving him a, what do you call it, like a ship.
Well, if he's got movement on him,
I wanted it to really be accent. And I guess it is.
He's got traveling accent.
Now what?
Traveling accent.
Accents.
Instead of just the silhouette that he's in the
I
water.
wanted his movement to be accented.
I know, but you created speed on him, right?
Yeah, he's
Too much.
He's booking it.
Has anybody been watching Downton Abbey?
Yes.
Well, we've got
I'm
about
mad.
2 minutes maybe,
Okay.
because it's
and I-
almost gonna be 10 after 7 pretty quick.
All right.
Yeah, it's probably time to move it
Which
on.
one, Ross?
Downton Abbey?
Oh, no.
Well, I like it pretty good anyway.
Oh,
He looks
okay.
like he's really going. If we decide, we'll tone this down, but I like it so far. We'll, there, we toned it down. We'll see.
Every week we change something. This is our free hand. We just got the picture of the bird. We're doing what we want to do. Because that's Miss Rita's. She's got a white swan.
Yeah. I'm working in a white one, but mine has a
You
lot of
didn't catch up.
violet to it.
Down in one of the
So whatever colors I
backgrounds, huh?
decided to put on it. I couldn't seem to make gray. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, I can't ever, I
You know
can't
what
get
I've used too, is some of
The
that,
little contrast to go with the shadow.
pink color,
It's
okay,
so-
what is it? You know, when I put down those?
Yeah.
And, I think
See, I think, it's the wrong shape.
Use it.
Over there.
and maybe a little
Well,
bit
you're
of
not
this
really
yellow
copying
with
it,
it, I don't know.
No, we're not copying.
Yeah, let me just put a
It's-
little on there and
it's
see how
one
you
of
like it. For a accent, you know, highlight, accent it. Oh, yeah. Well, that was all right under there because it, see, then you come back and accent with this. I'm gonna put, oh, that light is coming.
I know, I forgot to put the new tube in there.
Oh, did you?
Do you need some? Do you need some? I'll put here.